So a year ago, I made a video, Xbox Loyalist Reacts to Unreal Engine 5. And for most of you, if you're subscribed, that was probably the video that made you subscribe, because I always get people saying, well, that's about the time I started watching you. So I'm very thankful for that. We are almost a year on, and now we have an actual in-depth look at the Unreal Engine 5. So we're going to take a look at it. It's been a while. At least my hair's better in this video. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Watching in 4K. Getting all the goodness.
Hi, I'm Chance Ivy, Senior Technical Designer at Epic Games.
Hi, how's it going?
I'm Galen Davis, Producer and Evangelist for Quixel at Epic Games.
Okay.
Last summer, we revealed the first look at what's coming in Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah, you
the
did.
The next generation of our real-time technology, and our demo, Lumen in the land of Nanite. Since then, the engine team has been working hard on preparing the tools and technology for creators around the world to get their hands on, so that they can explore the new features and provide us with feedback.
Now, just a few months ago, we assembled a small team of developers to see what they could build using these new features.
Okay.
The result is a new practical sample project called Valley of the Ancient.
Okay.
Today, we're excited to give you the very first hands-on look at some of the new tools and workflows that we use to build it.
Now, we've got a lot to get to, so let's get started.
Let's get started, boys. This time it's on the Xbox Series X. Okay.
When setting out to make our demo, we wanted to push the boundaries of what's possible
It's looking good
today, while targeting next-gen hardware specifications.
Looking good on the
Here are
PS5 as well.
Running in real time on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X.
Look at that fire. It looks so much better already. Because Unreal looks great in the fourth engine.
To the brand new UI in Unreal Engine 5.
But
while a lot of the same features and functionality that you've come to know in UE4 are still present in the new UI, we've added several new systems that put you at the center of the experience.
This UI looks so much better already as well. I'm liking the fact that they've got the dark mode on.
For example, the content browser can now be accessed like a drawer using hotkeys, allowing you to keep a clean workspace while still having access to all the content that you need.
Why does it look so much better quality though? It legitimately does.
We can also collapse and restore editor tabs to and from the sidebar, maximizing the viewport experience. And you're going to see a lot more of the UI.
That's such a simple but effective thing to do.
For you to get your hands on it.
That's such a simple but effective thing to do.
One of the main features of Unreal Engine 5 is Nanite, our virtualized micropolygon geometry system that frees artists to create as much geometric detail.
Oh, bro, it's almost like blinding me. It's so good.
As the eye can see. Virtualized geometry supports orders of magnitude more triangles without compromising speed, and replaces the traditional system of mesh LODs, handling all detail transitions seamlessly without any additional setup.
Bro, this tracking shot's better than like a movie tracking shot. It's so clean.
In other words, Nanite lets the artist create while the engine does the work. Switching to this Nanite visualization, you can see individual triangles rendered out as different colors here in the viewport. And because the geometry is now virtualized, you can feel free to place assets like these all throughout your scene to fill out a massive player space.
Oh my god.
Using this debug view, you can see individual instances represented by different colors from swatch to swatch. Each instance in this environment contains around 1 to 2 million triangles, providing enough detail for the camera to roam with complete creative freedom. Now, UE5's new anti-aliasing solution, Temporal Super Resolution, keeps up with all this new geometric detail to create sharper, more stable images than before, with quality approaching true native 4K at the cost of 1080p.
No, this is crazy.
While highly detailed assets are great on their own, high-quality lighting that realistically reacts to your scene is what opens the door to more dynamic worlds and immersive gameplay.
That's what real life's all about.
Lumen is our fully dynamic, real-time global illumination solution that immediately reacts to scene and light change, making for more believable experiences. And the GI hooks in directly with our time of day settings, allowing for
it looks like something out of The Mandalorian, doesn't it?
True physically based setups for photorealistic environments. The Megascans library has meticulously calibrated physically based surfaces and objects in the thousands of assets as of today.
Good old
and the assets that we're
Megascans.
highlighting here show just how powerful it is to have Nanite and Lumen.
Check the dust. The dust, the fog, whatever you want to call it, just slowly wafting in the wind. The light reflect. Look at the difference in the light from here all the way over to the centerpiece. And how that creates all of the different shadows and brings it all perfectly together for the eye. This is crazy.
working in tandem. Also, thanks to the new Sky Atmosphere system, it is incredibly simple to quickly simulate realistic time of day, carefully art direct volumetric clouds, and make modifications to things like atmospherics, sun position, and fog. And for this example, we wanted a fully dynamic scene, no light baking, and realistic interpolation between the different times of day. Of course, when in development, having access to high-quality content that's easy to use helps you iterate quickly and saves lots of time that can be better spent elsewhere on your project.
The beauty of Unreal is they give you, like, if you've used it, they give you so much free products every month. Like, you always get a chance to access so much good free products to actually help build whatever you're working on, and that's not going to stop. So this is one of the greatest kits for anyone out there willing to learn how to make games, also make scenes for movies and just in general animation stuff. I'm blown away. This is almost better. It is better. It's better just seeing it all in depth, and like watching it in a game was awesome, but hearing the dev actually break down what's going on and actually looking at all of, like, that looks like a real scene in life, like the Grand Canyon or something, you know, which I haven't been to. But I feel like I could be now that I've seen this. I could be there right now, through my computer screen, watching this.
Quixel now being a part of the Epic Games family, we've made the full Megascans library free and open for all Unreal Engine users. Bridge, our online browser for Megascans assets, has historically functioned as a standalone application for quickly exporting assets in bulk directly into the engine.
And now it's built in
from Unreal. Today, we're happy to announce that Bridge is now natively integrated directly into the engine UI.
Yes!
Now you can simply drag and drop assets directly into your scene for a more intuitive and connected experience.
That's crazy!
And simply logging in with your Epic ID gives you immediate access to thousands of assets to use for free in your Unreal Engine projects.
I love it.
We are constantly looking to enhance the value of the Megascans library. And today we're excited to announce that we're adding a brand new asset type called Mega Assemblies. Mega Assemblies are the natural next step for us in removing even more barriers for artists in crafting their worlds.
So can you put loads of pieces together?
Assets from the Megascans library, our artists are pre-assembling elements that can be quickly accessed and leveraged to populate your scenes. Using the Moab set, let's add an assembly to our scene. And just like that, we were able to quickly change the composition of this area in our map.
Completely. Look at the dirt. Oh my god, it's got like... reimagined. It's got actual animated pieces as well, like the rubble falling in the dust.
Composition
Look at
of this area in our map. With UE5, we are reimagining what collaboration looks like for teams and projects of all sizes. A common challenge when collaborating on large worlds is deciding how to structure map content so that everyone on the team can easily work without asset contention.
It looks better than life.
While also avoiding painful merge conflicts. A new system called World Partition makes traditional world-building workflows obsolete by changing the way that we think about map files. Rather than requiring artists to build out map content as a series of streaming levels, World Partition allows teams to think of a single map as one large world that gets broken down automatically into many smaller, streamable cells on a grid. These cells can be selectively loaded or unloaded in the editor to save on edit time resources, allowing artists to only load up the sections of the map that they need. On top of that, changes to actors in a world partition map are tracked at the actor level, not at the map level. This one file per actor approach empowers different team members to work on different actors in the same map without having to worry about their changes getting clobbered in a merge or having to revert to get someone else's edits. Now, this approach means you could have artists lighting, set dressing, and reworking the landscape simultaneously, all within the same virtual space.
The collaborative effort.
Managing this much content at runtime typically requires a ton of thought about how to stream relevant content in and out to stay inside performance budgets.
Yes.
Fortunately, World Partition handles that as well.
At
runtime, only the cells in a user-defined radius from our player are loaded, and as we move, new cells are streamed in, while cells no longer needed are replaced by their lower resolution, hierarchical level of detail, or HLOD version. And since all projects have different requirements, the cell size and loading radius are fully configurable to match each project's content streaming needs.
Do you know what this means for the future of open world type games, and in general, just bigger maps for games that maybe aren't even open world? ironically opens the door to so much possibilities. It's a lot going on. They've really gone above and beyond here. Above and beyond.
Another feature that comes along with world partition is data layers. Data layers are a way to categorize map assets and collectively enable or disable them when you want to alter the state of the world. Working in data layers, a separate group of artists was able to assemble a mythical reimagination of the environment with more interactive elements for our demo.
Oh shit.
At runtime, we can swap between these two modes, streaming thousands of actors in and out, and enter into the dark world. Let's see this in action as we go back to Chant.
Thanks, Galen. Many runtime and interactive frameworks in Unreal Engine are getting significant updates in UE5.
Look at what's going on here, man. Look at what's going on here. You know, everyone was like going crazy over the like rift apart, being able to go from one point to the other. Look how seamlessly that transitioned into this sort of dark world, and look how awesome this dark world actually looks in front of us as well. And don't forget that they've got metahumans as well from Unreal, which means making characters look awesome is also going to be super easy and accessible for people that want to get into this. It's no easy task, but still, what they are giving to the gaming world with all of this is mind-blowing. We're only halfway through.
One thing we've added for animation is an experimental new full-body IK solver, which is designed to give you better results with less work. Here, you can see it in action as the rig for our player character, Echo, corrects itself to adjust for variations on the ground below her. It's deterministic, reliable, and around 10 times faster than before.
So your feet ain't going
through
through
it
it and
and maintain more
such.
scalable gameplay systems, we've also added a new framework called Game Feature Plugins that will allow you to build and ship game content in a more modular way. With Game Feature Plugins, numerous core gameplay features can be built in parallel with better encapsulation and finer content organization. Game Feature Plugins allow
UI
developers
looks
to add
so much
activation
better.
instructions to extend base game functionality, register new input actions for players, and interface with other frameworks such as animation. When we shifted into the Dark World, we also activated a new game feature to give Echo a brand new attack ability. All of the assets and logic needed for the ability, including new animations, input controls, blueprint code, VFX, and audio, are contained inside this plugin, and core game classes have no idea that these assets exist until we activate it. We've also added a feature called Animation Motion Warping, which allows you to manipulate root motion animations to adapt them to the world. Echo's vault animation was authored to the specific dimensions.
There's so much going on screen. Doesn't seem like it, but there is. There's so much that builds the atmosphere.
Leveraging motion warping, we were able to add notify states in the vault animation asset that can react to transform data passed in via blueprints. This allowed us to reuse the same animation to vault over other assets of different dimensions, like these pieces of debris, by sending information about their size into the motion warping system.
What?
Before triggering the vaulting animation, a blueprint script determines her rotation, how high up she jumps, how far she needs to move to get to the other side, and where her feet should land.
That's crazy.
Motion warping then adapts
crazy.
the root motion of the vault animation to match this data.
That makes the animation
Also,
so much more
for
natural.
the Rift Interact animation, we used motion warping to place Echo in the perfect position in order to ensure her hand would always touch the rift. So on the topic of animation, Unreal Engine 5 also includes our in-editor rigging tool, Control Rig.
Oh my god! Feel the size and scale of this
Meet
monster.
the Ancient, a film-quality creature imagined and built by our friends at the Aaron Sims Creative Company. We partnered with Aaron Sims and his group of talented artists to concept the Dark World and to bring it to life through an enormous...
Fuck! Just look at that. Look at the lighting right there. Look at all of it as it comes together on just a small little shoulder piece. Like just one part of this. Look at everything that's... This is madness.
mythical adversary. Now, every single animation for the Ancient was authored wholly in Engine by the Aaron Sims creative team using Control Rig and Sequencer, our linear cinematic animation tool.
Crazy.
Also, just to push the boundaries a bit, they even built it out of a collection of nanite meshes totaling over 50 million triangles attached directly to the skeleton.
50 million triangles!
Control Rig was designed to keep artists close to their creations without having to bounce back and forth between software packages, allowing them to quickly iterate, all inside Unreal.
All in Engine.
While imagining the battle between Echo and the Ancient, we wanted to give the creature a heavy laser attack that Echo would have to avoid.
Yeah.
We needed it to track Echo's location in the arena and fire a slow, sweeping blast towards her.
Look out, Echo!
Taking advantage of the full-body IK solver mentioned earlier, we were able to influence the direction and distance the Ancient reaches out during the firing
Depending
animation,
on where she is,
based on
that's
where Echo
nuts,
is
right?
in the scene. Let's see the results. Here is what the base firing animation looks like.
Okay.
And here it is again, with the full-body IK post-process layers enabled, and our info about Echo passed into Control Rig. With
So it
full-body
fully
IK and Control
tracks.
Rig, designers and artists can now author fully dynamic animations that react to gameplay without having to build complex animation state machines composed of numerous animation assets.
Nuts.
In Unreal Engine 5, we've completely overhauled the audio engine, centered around Metasounds, a new asset type used for every sound effect in our demo.
Jeez.
Metasounds bring the power and flexibility found in material editors to audio creation, providing fine control for authoring procedural game audio. With full audio synthesis...
See, this is where I start to get lost if I open up Unreal, and I got just so much nodes and stuff. It's all so confusing.
...capabilities and a rich audio function library, Metasounds give unprecedented control over sound effects and runtime applications.
It's actually really simple in its own way, but at the same time,
we
really
built
not.
the Ancient's laser attack out of a combination of sound samples and synthesized audio. Let's briefly break down how it was set up. Using the stereo mixer, let's isolate and play just the synthesized charge sound.
Do it. Yeah.
This effect is made by using a handful of sound wave generators and multiple modulation widgets.
Yeah.
Now,
The modulation's
let's mix
making it
back in
go.
our
The
sound
LFO's
samples
making it
to
go.
hear the final result again.
That's how they make dubstep. And the LFO's speeding up as it gets closer,
Alright, let's
so it
take
creates
down
that
the
feeling. One hit, yeah? This is a really cool power she's got as well. 2 hits! Just smashed his head like a fishbowl dropping to the ground. That was a dope animation as well as he died.
Now, everything we've been showing you in today's demo focuses on some of the new features in UE5, but many of your favorite UE4 features, such as Niagara particles and visual effects, chaos physics, blueprint visual scripting, and more, have also received numerous updates in Unreal Engine 5.
Plus, all your UE4 projects can be upgraded to UE5, so you won't have to worry about forward compatibility for what you're working on now.
Hey, I'd love to see Wukong before it comes out, and they did say that it would come out in a few years' time, and that's being made on Unreal 4. Maybe they crank it up into Unreal 5. Who knows how that's gonna look by the time it actually comes out, eh?
Here at Epic, we are passionate about building great tools and new technology, and a big part of our excitement is being able to bring you, the developer community, on the journey with us. So today, we're making an early access build of Unreal Engine 5 freely available on the Epic Games Launcher and the Unreal Engine GitHub, so you can explore and test out these tools yourself.
Should I
Take an
download
early
it?
Look at what's coming later in the full release of UE 5.0.
Should I download it?
Also, we're releasing the project source for Valley of the Ancient, so you can check out how we use these features to build everything you've seen in today's demonstration.
You can just go in there
We've
and
got a
mess
series
around.
of deep dive conversations on these topics lined up for Inside Unreal, our official weekly live stream, where you can hear from the engine dev team and ask your questions.
Now, these are still the early days of UE5, and you can expect more news and features to be announced as we move closer to a production-ready release targeting early 2022.
Follow the Unreal Engine social channels for more information, and feel free to download the early access release of Unreal Engine 5 and the Valley of the Ancient project today.
Thanks everyone for watching.
Thank
and
you.
Welcome to Early Access.
You gotta love Epic Games, man. You gotta love Epic Games. There we go. So impressive. I hope that I've done my best to give you my thoughts and feelings as we've gone along it. But at the end of the day, all you can really say when you're faced with so much awesomeness is, wow, Epic, you've done it again, you know? You've done it again. I don't know how, but you just done it again. This is one of the sweetest engines in the world. So many good games have been developed over the years thanks to the Unreal Engine, and it looks like so many more games for the next generation are going to be developed as well. I am signing off. If you've enjoyed this video, please do leave me a comment. What was your favorite part about it? What do you think this means for the future of gaming in general? How do you think it looked running on both the Xbox and the PS5? And any other thoughts that you may have in general. But other than that, take care of yourselves and look out for each other. And if you're watching this and you're someone that watched the original reaction trailer that year ago and you're still here, then I really do thank you for sticking with me this far. It means a lot to me, man. Awesomeness.